But perhaps the best advice for Song for Europe contestants or Eurovision winners might come from a young lady who is a member of two Song for Europe winning groups, Coco and Fizz. The Fizz, of course, went on to win the Eurovision for Britain in 1981. Wonderful sense of rhythm our audience have. They were completely out of time. God, will I ever get through tonight? So if anybody knows the Eurosong score, it's Fizz's Cheryl Baker. Bit of trendy stuff there. So, Cheryl, welcome.
Thank you.
You're an old hand at the Eurovision. In fact, you were telling me that... how many songs for Europe did you actually take part in?
Well, I've appeared in four from 1976, but I've also been backstage in two. So from 76, 78, 80, and 81 I appeared.
You're almost done the thing as much as I am. And you're an old hand at the Eurovision, so what advice would you have for our competitors?
Well, it's a hard one because having done it so many times, the first time I did it I was so terribly nervous and I thought, we're not going to win, we're not going to win, and I hyped myself up and I thought, I'm going to be good though, and everyone around me said, you are going to win, you're going to be great, you're going to win, no problems. So I started to believe them. And the trouble is, when you start to believe people, you tend to think that nothing else matters, and when eventually we didn't win, Brotherhood of Man won, they beat us by 2 points, and I was heartbroken. And the same thing happened in Eurovision. Yeah. I was heartbroken when we didn't win.
This was with Coco?
Yeah, with Coco.
Yeah, but of course it's the job of the people around you to make you, to bring you up and to make you convince yourselves that you are going to win.
Oh yeah, they should. But the thing is, you must always believe in yourself and not try and believe in what everybody else tells you. You know how good you are and you should rehearse, know your lines off by heart so you sing them in your sleep, know your routines, and just know that when you come off stage at the end of the night, you've done your best. Yeah. Not what everyone's told you.
Well, that's good advice for the people taking part in the Song for Europe. Thank you, Cheryl.
Oh, I feel nervous for them.
Yeah. Well, I feel nervous for them. I feel nervous for myself most of the time, but I feel nervous for them as well. And then you had the disappointment, which must have been terrible, of Coco not winning. So was it completely different? Was it totally euphoric when you did win with Fizz?
It's funny because when we did Song for Europe in 81, I thought, we're not going to win this because I had so many disappointments before just coming close, although the year before I came stone last, but we won't go into that.
No, certainly.
And so, Song for Europe we won, and I thought, right, Eurovision, I'm not going to win this either because I've lost it before and I don't want to get too high again thinking we're going to win. And we won, and the shock came out in me almost in depression. It's a really funny thing. The actual happiness didn't come till the following day when I saw their mum and dad and all my family again, you know? Yeah. Really funny thing.
So you kind of, your first tendency was to burst into tears at winning.
Yeah, well I did, and I sort of disappeared for 5 minutes thinking, what am I going to do now? And you're whisked off your feet. Once you've won Eurovision, you don't belong to yourself anymore, you belong to the media, and they sort of pick you up and they put you on a pedestal and there you stay. And it's wonderful, but at the time, it really sort of, you feel totally shocked, shell-shocked.
What's the atmosphere like backstage during all the rehearsals and the preparation and getting ready for the big Eurovision, which is probably the biggest television event of the year in Europe? It's obviously very tense, but is there any kind of backstabbing? Do people kind of stand on the side of the Turks, for instance, stand on the side of the stage sucking oranges when the Greeks are singing?
I don't think so. I didn't see them, but you're sort of kept separate. You have your own little delegation with you, and you're kept in separate parts of the hotel, and it's all a bit silly, really, because it would be nice to see the others, although most of them don't speak English anyway. But the funny thing is that when the points come through, for some reason, having done it twice, I can say that both times this really happened. When England get points, or sorry, the UK get points, they're not clapped as much as all the other countries. I don't know why that is. I think it might be because the UK always tend to be favourites, whether they win or not. That's the only little bit of backstabbing.
Yeah. It's strange, isn't it? Perhaps you don't think so.
It's strange, isn't it?
I think you've just got in touch with the dead then. Do you have many disasters on stage? I mean, have you had many disasters on the night that you won, for instance? Do you remember anything about singing, or was it all just a haze?
Oh, no, that was brilliant. The song for Europe was great. Eurovision was great, although we sang terribly. I mean,
That was, yes.
That was awful.
Wasn't good, was it? But
we won't go into
that was the reprise, when you had one and you were excited and all
that
the rest.
That was the worst one. That's the worst we've ever sung.
We picked it specially. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Not at all.
Do you know, I sang about a tone above everybody else the whole way through in a different song, different key. But the year before, when I come stone last in Song for Europe with Coco, although we changed our name to Main Event, thinking it'd bring us luck. And we were all doing a routine, and right from the beginning of the song to the very end, I did totally the wrong routine. Whatever they were doing, I was doing the opposite. But I did it with such conviction that it looked like the other three were doing it all wrong. It's great. It's a great idea. Whenever you do something wrong, do it with conviction.
Yeah. Now, tell me about Bucks Fizz. You had that terrible tragedy of that awful crash. Have the band fully recovered? Is everybody okay now, back on their feet?
Well, I'd say, I mean, obviously Bobby and myself as fine as we'd ever be. Michael is just, he's really getting back together. It's going to take time. Things like that take years, you know, and he's really, really putting himself together. And when he's on stage, I defy anybody to tell me that they would see any difference in him now as to how he was 18 months ago.
And how about the new girl, Shelley?
She's lovely.
Yeah, well, I'd
She's
expect
so
you to say that. Yeah.
But she is.
Yeah.
She's a part, she feels part of the group, you know. She sings so well with the group, and it feels now that we're a real strong unit. It's lovely to have her in the group, and I can talk to her and laugh with her and things.
Good. It's good to see you. We wish Bucks Fizz increased and more success, and thank you for coming along with the words of
And we've got a new single out in mind.
I have a new single out in mind. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, my dear.